Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the first ever episode of Maksim Outdoors. Today, we're here at beautiful Moraine State Park. Gonna be doing 2 trails. So stick around and see where I head next on Maksim Outdoors. Alrighty, and we are back for the first time. That's right. If you're watching this, you're watching the inaugural episode of Maksim Outdoors. And if you couldn't already tell by the title of the video, we're here at beautiful Moraine State Park here in Butler County. About to do 2 trails here, the Sunken Garden and I believe it's called the Hilltop Trail. Sunken Garden is about 3.6 miles and Hilltop is 3, so probably be doing around 7+ miles a day, I'm thinking. So really nice June day. It's not too hot. It's around 70 degrees right now, calling for a little bit of rain today. So on a nice Friday morning here, check out the heron over there. And I do believe it's carp mating season, so if you see all these little splashes and whatnot, these are carp mating in these shallow waters. Yeah, they're popping up all over the place. So look at that, we got wildlife right off the bat here. Cool. Look at all of them. Getting frisky out there. So a little rundown of this park. Believe it or not, I just found this out last night, but this is actually the 3rd largest state park here in PA. Lake Arthur, which we're looking at right now. I don't know, I read a little excerpt about it. It said it was the largest man-made lake in PA, which I don't know if it's right or not, because think of like Pymatuming Lake and Raystown. Both are much larger than this lake, but maybe it goes by volume of water or whatever. But supposedly, according to that article, this is the largest man-made lake in PA. So, but yeah, I'm at the boat launch right now, doing a little time lapse. The trail is actually up here to the left, so I'm probably gonna park up by these cars and head up there. But thanks for stopping out and checking out the inaugural episode of Maksim Outdoors. So let's go check out some trails here at Moraine State Park today. The Sunken Garden Trail. Like I said, I think this is around 3.6 miles. There's a couple other loops you can do, but 3.6 I think is the longest. A little signage for you guys that like signs out there. Yeah, and it's tick season, so you always want to make sure you check yourself after hike. But yeah, here we are, Sunken Garden Trail. Gonna be doing 3.6 miles, I think. Guess you see a lot of water and stuff, so hopefully we get some cool views of the Lake Arthur down there. That's where I just did my intro, so yeah, stay tuned. All right, so come up on our first little trail conundrum here. So we got Sunken Garden Trail over to the left here, and then long loop this way. So as I said, I think there are 3 different ways you can do this trail. One's like 1 mile, the other's 2, and the other one's 3.6. So I'm guessing the long loop is going to be our 3.6, so that's the way I'm going to go. Don't have a map on me like usual, but we're going to go for it. So here's the long loop. Well, kind of continuing through this field here, hiking parallel to the road. Very, very, very dewy out. My feet, I don't know if you could tell, are drenched. So it's always a good thing to bring an extra pair or two or socks with you during these trails. But yeah, some pretty cool flowers right here. I don't know what those are, but yeah, so far pretty non-eventful besides my toes being soaked. Well, this trail kind of keeps getting more overgrown as I go here, heading through like this little pipeline area. But this is the spots that you kind of want to worry about, you know, getting ticks on and whatnot. But bringing this point up just because it's something I saw. I just ran into the second person of the day. And I've been hiking a lot, and I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but the guy actually had like screens on his legs, like anti-tick bug net, I guess you can call it. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I would ever wear anything like that, but hey, you know, that's one way to be safe out here. A lot of people wear DEET anti-tick stuff, but I don't know. I do check myself every once in a while, make sure nothing's crawling on me. So far so good. Probably not even a mile into this trail yet. Lots of wildlife though. Some deer tracks here. Seen a lot of birds, the carp, heron, you name it. Squirrel earlier. So far for wildlife, thumbs up. But take a look at this stretch of trail here. Look how awesome that looks. But yeah, so far so good. It's getting a little warm out, a little muggy. It was raining there for a second, but still on the Blue Blaze trail. I don't know if you can see it there, but yeah, enjoying my day so far. Well, so far not many lake views on this trail like I thought there would be. The Sunken Garden name though kind of lives up to its expectations, I guess. There's another one of these off trails that I don't see any blazes on. Might be for hunting purposes, but yeah, all kinds of cool flowers, wildflowers, trees, you name it. A little bit of elevation gain here and there, but other than that, been a pretty level, easy trail. I'm gonna say we're over a mile by this point, and cross my fingers we get some cool views of the lake coming up here shortly. But man, look at these the views on an overcast day. It's kind of a little bit spooky out here the way the trail looks. All right, well, we're coming up on something interesting here that maybe I can teach one or two people about. As you can see, we're following these blue blazes here, and if you're on a trail and you see a blue blaze, obviously you hike to the next one. So we see a blue blaze here, and then there's a blue blaze up on this tree up ahead here. But you know, sometimes the forest opens up and you get these forks. I mean, you can't just plant a tree here overnight. So what they did here is they painted this marking here, and I don't think a lot of people, you know, might know what this is. If you see two blazes, this is obviously pointing to the left. That means go left. So if you see one staggered to the right, that means go right. So it's basically telling you don't go straight here. You want to make a left-hand turn. Little tidbit of information for maybe some of you new hikers out there that might not know what those mean. It looks like we're getting to a little bit of elevation here. Nothing too crazy. I will take walking on pine needles over dewy wet grass any day of the week. Feet are starting to dry a little bit. Do not have waterproof hiking boots on. I wear fast drying trail shoes. So another little tidbit of info for you guys. But yeah, so far a really cool trail. But yeah, so it looks like we are gonna head downhill here for a little bit and run into the lake. So hopefully I'll get my wish of seeing the lake today and getting some cool time-lapse shots. But yeah, hopefully all trails is pointing me in the right direction here. Doesn't look like it's gonna be that much longer until we get some rain out here, but bring it on. Coming down here, the trail's a little bit muddy down this area. Pretty varied terrain. You know, we had fields, we had pine needles we were hiking on, dirt roads, whatever you consider this, kind of just muddy, grassy mix. So this trail has a good mix of everything. If you're a trail runner or you're a hiker and you want to kind of test different terrain out, this probably wouldn't be a bad place to come up and check out. But like I said before, we were going to be coming down to the lake and hiking kind of parallel with it. I was kind of hoping that we were going to be doing kind of a little bit of beach hiking, but looks like the lake is keeping its distance from us for the moment. But regardless, get some nice looks at Lake Arthur here over this hillside. And you know, I said it before, but supposedly this is the largest man-made lake in Pennsylvania, which surprised me, but I'll go with it. And I guess a million years before that, this lake, well, not this lake, this area was all underneath a glacier. And I guess the glacier came down so far, and this was probably the farthest south the glacier came, and that's where the name Moraine State Park came from. I guess a moraine is like the end or receding part of a glacier. So I guess a lot of boulders and a lot of silt and stuff were built up in this area from that glacier pushing all that down from the north. That's why McConnell's Mill State Park, right over the other side of the road here, has so many of those big giant boulders from the glacier. So yeah, bugs are getting a little bad now, but it is what it is. And it looks like we're getting a little closer to the shore up ahead, so hopefully we can take a little break and do a little time lapse. All right, here we are at the largest man-made lake in Pennsylvania, Lake Arthur. This lake was formed in the late 1960s and early 70s when Muddy Creek was dammed and they flooded this area here. So this is a warm water fishery. Has everything from bass to bluegill, and they stock walleye and muskie in this lake. So if you're a fisherman, great lake. Also the striper population here is awesome as well. I managed to catch quite a few in this lake. I fished this lake probably 25 times at least. So if you like fishing, great spot. Just an hour north of Pittsburgh. So yeah, max part of this lake depth wise is 36 feet. So not extraordinarily deep, but and the average is 12 feet deep around the whole lake. So there you have it. Lake Arthur, supposedly the largest man-made lake in Pennsylvania. All right, as we wind down this last mile or so, just wanted to recap how awesome this park really is. I already said it a million times, but you got Pennsylvania's largest man-made lake. I think there's 2 campgrounds here, 29 miles of trails. So a lot of people might think this is just a fishing kind of state park, and I was one of them until recently. But yeah, 29 miles of hiking trails, and I think the North Country Trail actually cuts through this park for a little bit. And there's just a ton of history here. And when I say a ton, like a lot of state parks that I go to really don't have much to offer when it comes to history and whatnot, but not this one. For example, George Washington actually came through this area back in, what was it, the 1700s, 1600s, and he actually almost lost his life just south of here. There were quite a few Indian tribes that lived in these hills. A lot of the wildlife, I guess, brought them to this area. The Erie Indian tribe was pretty pronounced here, and then I guess the Iroquois ended up displacing them during something called like the Great Beaver War or something, which, long story short, from what I read, the English and the French in the area wanted beaver pelts, and they made the prices go up, and the Indians actually ended up, fighting over these beaver pelts, and the beavers end up going like extinct in the area, and then basically the Erie Indian tribe was destroyed by the Iroquois. And that all happened right here. Like, this isn't 20 miles away from here. This all happened here. Indian battles. George Washington, like I said, just south of here, was almost killed by an Indian that shot an arrow at him. I guess he wrote that in one of his journals or whatever. So, and another cool little fun fact is this area was just covered in mines, strip mines, oil wells, and the DCNR, I guess, came in. They sealed up all these mines, put new topsoil around the entire park, planted all these trees you see here. So all these trees were hand planted, and each one of those oil wells were capped. I think I read that there was 420 some oil wells in the area. So, I mean, this place was pretty polluted, 50 years ago. They said all the acid drainage coming from the mines and all that just polluted all the creeks and tributaries in this area. And now look what we have. Beautiful state park. So thanks to Pennsylvania for doing this, and the DCNR. So yeah. Alrighty, coming up to the end of the 3.4 mile Sunken Garden Trail here at Moraine State Park, and I just wanted to end this video and say this trail was really nice. Felt like it really didn't take me that long for it being 3.4 miles. But overall, great day to get out, and really fun first episode of Maksim Outdoors to make for you guys. So there you have it, Sunken Garden Trail. Okay, well, that wraps up this week's episode from Maksim Outdoors here at beautiful Moraine State Park. Like I said before, this is the first ever episode from Maksim Outdoors, so really would mean a lot if you guys could hit that subscribe button. Right now I'm at a big fat 0, so hey, hit that subscribe button, give me a like for this video, leave a comment or two, maybe let me know where you want me to head in future weeks. But stay tuned, I got a lot of cool things planned. Gear reviews, fishing videos, hunting videos, more hiking videos. So yeah, hang around, and hope you guys enjoyed this first ever episode of Maksim Outdoors. And don't forget, I also have an Instagram, just Maksim Outdoors. Check it out. See you next week. Here's the first real sign of anything man-made I've seen on this trail today. Nice little wooden bench here, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Not really a great view here, as you can see, but nonetheless, there's a bench for all you bench lovers out there. Kind of an interesting find out here. Not really sure what this is, but it kind of gives me some vibes of that movie, The Grudge, I think it was called back in the day. But yeah, not gonna touch that because I don't want to get on it. There has to be a couple hundred of them.